It's 2 a.m. Your face is lit by that familiar blue glow. You've been scrolling for how long now? An hour? Two? You don't even remember what you were looking for. A friend's vacation photos, someone's promotion announcement, an engagement, a baby, another vacation. Everyone seems to be living louder than you. And then it happens. That shift. Your chest tightens, your jaw clenches. Suddenly you're holding down the app icon with a determination you haven't felt in weeks. Delete, delete, delete. And just like that, relief. Like taking off a wet coat you forgot you were wearing. You've done this before. Maybe 3 times, maybe 10. You delete the apps, feel free for weeks, then slowly, you reinstall them. And you wonder, why can't I just be normal about this? Here's the thing nobody tells you. This isn't about willpower. It's not about discipline or digital detox trends. It's about how your nervous system is wired. Some people scroll through social media like flipping through a magazine at the dentist's office. Background noise. Mildly entertaining, forgettable. But for you, every post is an experience. Every comparison is a wound. Every notification is a tiny electric shock to your system. Psychologists call this being a highly sensitive person. About 15 to 20% of the population processes sensory and emotional information more deeply than others. For HSPs, social media isn't leisure. It's emotional labor disguised as scrolling. Every happy photo requires you to manage your own reaction to it. But let's go back to that moment of relief. The morning after deleting everything, you check your screen time and feel something unfamiliar, pride. 2 hours yesterday, down from 6 the day before. You step outside and actually see the sky, not to photograph it, not to share it, just to see it. Colors seem more vivid when you're not framing them for an audience. Food tastes better when you're not staging it. You call a friend instead of texting. Like, actually call them. With your voice. The conversation lasts an hour, and you remember why humans invented phones in the first place. There's a profound peace in not knowing what everyone is doing, in not having access to the collective consciousness 24 hours a day. This is you at your best. This is the version of yourself you always knew was possible. Week 1 passes, then 2. You feel genuinely liberated. And then week 3 arrives. Something small happens. A friend mentions an inside joke you don't understand. Did you see what happened with, oh wait, you're not on there anymore, are you? Someone's birthday party invitation came through Instagram DM. You missed it. Nobody thought to text you separately. You take a photo of something beautiful, a sunset, your dog being perfect, a meal you're proud of, and realize you have nowhere to put it. And in that moment, you feel both completely free and utterly alone. This is where it starts. The creep. The slow return of the itch. You tell yourself a very specific lie, one you've told before. You say, I'll just use it for messaging. That's it. Nothing else. The App Store opens with suspicious ease. Muscle memory guides your thumb, download, open, log in. Just checking messages, you tell yourself, as the feed loads without you asking it to. 45 minutes later, you look up. The sun has moved. You don't remember clicking on a single message. And just like that, you're back. All the way back. The wet coat is on again, and you're not sure when you put it on. Here's where most people start beating themselves up. You weak-willed failure, you social media addict. You couldn't even last a month. But wait, stop. That narrative is wrong, and I need you to hear this part. The delete reinstall cycle isn't evidence of addiction. It's evidence of awareness. Most people never question the scroll. You do. There's a concept called social metabolism. Just like people process food at different rates, people process social information at different speeds. Some people can consume endless social content and feel fine. Others need longer recovery periods. Neither is better. They're just different. If you need proof this is biological and not moral, consider dopamine cycling. When you delete social media, your brain's reward system actually recalibrates. You're not failing at moderation. You're actually succeeding at something most people never attempt: conscious reset of your reward pathways. The pattern looks like this: exposure leads to overload, which leads to retreat, which leads to healing, which leads to craving connection again. And here's the part that might sting a little. This cycle might never fully stop. The craving for connection is human. The overwhelm from too much is also human. The question isn't how to break the cycle. The question is how to ride it with more grace. What if instead of shame when you reinstall, you approached it with curiosity? Okay, I'm in the craving phase. What do I actually need right now? Maybe it's not the apps you're craving. Maybe it's connection. Maybe it's validation. Maybe it's just the feeling of being part of something larger than yourself. Those are legitimate needs. The apps just happen to be the most frictionless way to meet them, which is exactly why they're both irresistible and exhausting. What if your pattern isn't dysfunction? What if it's actually a sophisticated self-regulation system that most people lack? Think about it. You notice when you've had too much. You take action. You give yourself space to recover. And when you're ready, you re-engage. That's not weakness. That's emotional intelligence operating on a level you haven't given yourself credit for. Here's what I want you to try. Next time you delete everything, don't frame it as digital detox. Frame it as seasonal migration. Animals don't shame themselves for needing to hibernate. Trees don't apologize for dropping their leaves. You are a creature with natural rhythms of engagement and withdrawal. And next time someone asks, "Did you see my story?" and you have to explain, again, that you're not on there right now, try saying it like this: "I'm in a withdrawal season right now. Tell me about it yourself." You might find the story is better told in person anyway, richer, more real, with questions and tangents and actual human warmth. And when you inevitably reinstall, because you will, and that's okay, try something new. Set a time limit in advance. Not as punishment, but as scaffolding. Say, I'm going to check in for 15 minutes, then I'm going to check out. When the timer goes off, notice how you feel, not how you think you should feel, how you actually feel. Are you energized, drained, anxious, calm? This data is more valuable than any screen time report, because the goal isn't to quit social media forever. The goal is to have a relationship with it. That doesn't cost you your peace. Some of us will always need to take breaks from the collective stream of consciousness. That's not failure to adapt. That's wisdom about your own limits. The delete button will always be there when you need it. And so will the reinstall button. They're not enemies, they're tools. You're not abnormal for needing to oscillate between connection and solitude. You're just honest about something most people numb themselves to. So the next time it's 2 a.m. and your face is lit by that blue glow and your thumb is hovering over the delete button, know that you're not broken. You're just someone who feels everything a little more than most. And you're taking care of yourself the best way you know how. And honestly, that's more than enough.